Hi everybody. Right, so today we're looking at You Never Can Tell by Chuck Berry. It's a nice easy song in some ways, only a few chords, C's and G's, no calypso rhythm. Oh, boo. But there is quite a bit of counting to do. It's knowing how many strums to do on each chord. The rhythm's quite fast. Those are the challenges for us. So let's have a look. Right, let's have a look. So this if you've got this sheet, if you've got your music like this, chords weaved into the lyrics. So with this song, this can be quite tricky. There's a lot of lyrics to sing in this. It's a lot of words to get your mouth around. If you know the song really well and you can sing all these lyrics, you've got a good chance of being able to use this sheet. If you don't intend on singing this, I would use this sheet. And we'll have a look at this sheet anyway for now because it's got the measurements of each chord in. The measures how much we need to strum, how many bars. Right. We're carrying a nice fast rhythm with this. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you try and slow this down to make it easier for the counting, it's going to come out like this. It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well. You could see that Pierre was falling asleep. Right, it's Chuck Berry. It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well. You could see that Pierre did truly love the mademoiselle. And now the young and sure madame rung the chapel bell. C'est la vie, say the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell. They furnished out from the apartment with a two-room robot sale. The coolerator was crammed with TV dinners and ginger ale. But when Pierre found work, a little money come and worked out well. C'est la vie, say the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell. Right, that's what we want it to sound like. Yeah, fun to play. So it was a teenage wedding. Let's go. We'll take it down a bit now and measure these out. So it was a C 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 C 2 3 4 5 6. You could see that Pierre did truly love the madam where G 2 3 4 5 6 7 and a G 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 G 7 2 3 4 5 6. C'est la G 2 3 4 G 7 3 4 C 2 3 4 5 6 G. Take it down a little bit more for the next verse. That was a good standard where you'd like it to get it to. The chords are simple. You can count that out, measure it, and the song will still sound good at that tempo. Let's take it down a little bit more now. They furnished off an apartment with a two-room robot sale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The coolerator was crammed with TV dinners and ginger G. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But when Pierre found work, the little money come and worked out well. 4, 5, 6. C'est la vie, say the old folk. It goes to show you never can tell. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Note that little bit at the end. You've got the extended G7. C 2 3 4 5 6. They had a, and that G7 it allows you to sing this lyric. They had a, and then the chord here obviously starts a little bit later. The strumming starts after the lyrics on each verse. It was a teenage wedding. They furnished off an apartment. They had a hi-fi phono. And that G7 at the end there, at the end of every verse, you go C 2 3 4 5 6 G7. They furnished off an apartment. So we're up to coming into verse 3. So we're going to have, it goes to show you never can tell. 2 3 4 5 6. They had a phone on board. Did they let it blast? sun went down, the rapid tempo of the music fell. C'est la vie, say the old folk. It goes to show you never can tell. They bought a souped-up gin, it was a cherry red 53. They drove it down to Orleans to celebrate the anniversary. It was there the Pierre was married to the lovely Mademoiselle. C'est la vie, say the old folk. It goes to show you never can tell. Brings us to the instrumental part for all you pickers out there. Right, I tell you what, before we do that, let's have a little look at something we can do with the strumming here. Split strumming. So split strumming, let's have a look here. Bring the screen share off. Split strumming. These, when we tends to be when you're on a I'm not playing on piano. Right, when you're playing a song that where you're on a chord for a long time. And so on here, we're on here for 3 sets of 8. Often you'll find a nice strumming thing to do is to split on the ukulele up top and bottom. So your 8 becomes top, bottom, top, bottom. So at the beginning of the song, I've got 8 C's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2 more sets of that. Don't worry about being too accurate here. The tuning of the ukulele is such that catching 3 and 1 won't have a drastic effect on the harmony of the chord. Especially when we're playing with C's and G's. Top, bottom, top, bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can carry that rhythm all the way through. C'est la vie, c'est the old folk. It goes to show you never can tell. That's something nice you can do with the picking there. More advanced picking. Really getting some strumming going now. If we bring the sheet back up, we take this verse 3, say. They had a high five on the board, did they let it blast? 100 little records, all rock, rhythm and jazz. So I'm splitting my 8s there. So this one big strum at the beginning, an accented strum on the first beat. C, rat-a-tat-a-tat-a, rat-a-tat-a-rat-a-tat-a, C, rat-a-tat-a. Lots of alternate strokes there. The big C, C, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Probably the best way to count it. C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After that, all the strums, instead of doing the 8, after the first one, I've split them all up in half, made them twice as quick. They had a half pipe on the board, did they let it blast? 700 little records, all rock, rhythm and jazz. But when the sun went down, the rapid tempo of the music fell. C'est la vie, c'est the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell. If you're really good with your alternate strokes and you're really good at carrying that sort of 16th rhythm, then that's the one for you. Right, picking. The picking bit to this is great if you can play it. If you managed Brown Eyed Girl in the previous lessons, then you should find this a nice progression from that, I think. He says. Let's have a look. Here we go. Oh, screen share's not quite come up there, has it? Let's have a look again. We should have it now. It's the same idea. We've got this theme here, this part, which it's played in 4 pieces, and the first part is it's quite similar all the way through with a different ending to the riff. So if you thought about this as the main part, we do it 4 times with some changes, and then this is the ending each time is sort of different. So if we go through the first part, have I played this bit for you? You've got to sort of climb up there quite quickly. I would have my fingers split up like that for the first 3 notes, for those quaver notes, the quick ones. Split 3, 5 and 7. And then I would carry on to the 8. That's your first phrase. And if you can play that, then you'll see that this part then it repeats is a repeat of that phrase. And the ending here is slightly different, a little easier, I think, all on 1 string. And then this is not climbing up as high now, but it's a very similar riff, very similar piece of melody. We have this one. There's that part there in the blue. And down to here. We've had this ending already. It's a repeat of that ending. And then this is similar to this, identical to this, in fact. With a new ending, down on string 3 there. Be careful, that's just cropped up. Yeah, we did have with string 3 before. Yeah, we had 1 note there, didn't we? Got to change string there. So we'll play through with that. Flipping back to the original music sheet, you should find this down here on page 2. That piece of melody that comes off the piano in the song is played here at the instrumental part. You can play over those chords, and it's also played here. If you're just playing the chords, picking's not your thing, then you're strumming measures of 8 for most of those. It follows the pattern of the verse, with the last ones being 4s. So you would just follow a verse rather than do the instrumental part and the outro. Okay. Let's have a little playthrough to finish. Let's do a couple of verses. Verse 2. So we're going to get G7 would be a tonic. That would be G7. This is what will come will ring out underneath this lyric here. They furnished. So G7. They furnished out from the apartment with a 2-room robot cell. The coolerator was crammed with TV dinners and ginger ale. Talk about. But Pierre found work, the little money coming worked out well. C'est la vie, say the old folk. It goes to show you had a high-five phone on board, did they let it blast? 700 little records, all rock, rhythm, and jazz. But when the sun went down, the rapid tempo of the music fell. C'est la vie, say the old folk, that goes to show you never can tell. Okay, so on there I did some of the split strumming, started off with a alternate strumming, really chugging along, and then I had the split strumming in there. Both are absolutely fine, and if you want to measure it through in eights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 on the downstroke, works absolutely perfectly as well. Okay guys, that's all from Chuck Berry and me. I'll see you next time. Bye.